Hey everyone, Ian here, Mandershed Media. Again, accompanied with my co-pilot, so it seems in all these videos, Scott Kukarishan from ABT here at Sask Polytech main campus in Saskatoon. So the video a little while ago came out where we were in the trunk zone here in where the metal was supposed to be, and it was all empty and hollow and such. So yeah, obviously there's a little bit here now. So Scott's gonna walk us through what the students have done thus far. And again, from my non-auto body perspective, I mean, now we almost have a car sitting here. So we'll do a walk around with Scott. He'll explain what they've all done and what is the next steps to, I guess, making it look more like a car. And we'll just keep following up with videos as this car is being built, because now I'm super intrigued. This is because it's Mopar too. But I'm super intrigued. So anyway, it's all you, Scott.
Thanks, Ian.
All right, Scott, show us what we got.
Okay, well, like you said, we got a Dodge that are starting to look like a Dodge again, and we're having the inside joke is we're making a Ruster into a Duster.
Well,
so
you're not
we're,
wrong.
we're bringing them back.
Bringing it back, nice.
So the whole idea behind what we're doing here is we're trying to do as much as we can to put it together exactly like it was at the factory, which means we're trying to do as little plug welding as we possibly can, so we can do it all by squeeze type welding. We've got the jig set up as much as we can, so we're still doing some old school, some new school, still making it a learning process while putting the car together.
Awesome.
So the whole thing was, last time I think we had some rails sitting on some dies,
Yeah.
and we found that because this car was involved in a couple of really good collisions, we had to do some remeasuring. We found the factory specs for them, and I'm one of those guys who doesn't throw anything away, and we kept all the frame specs back to
Nice.
almost 1960. We have the frame specs
Really?
back to. So pulled up the 71 Duster.
Yep.
We hung the gauges. We actually found that this was straight for center line for width.
Yep.
We had a couple little bit of length issues in it, but nothing too serious.
Okay, well, that's good.
You know, there's some buckles and so on in the frame, but overall the car was pretty straight. So we got the frame rails put in place. We put this rear cross brace in. You see that they're just beautifully centered.
Yeah, perfect.
Those had to be plug weld and partially squeeze tight.
Yeah.
We put this all together. We felt comfortable with it. We welded it all up, and we welded all the way along and around the braces. We've got this floor pan to this floor pan to the rails to the rear bumper brace.
Yeah.
And, you know, basically we used this brace for the width. We used this cross shock mount brace also for width.
Yep.
And then we made sure that it was good for width. And we had the old spring shackles still in place.
Right.
So when we clamped them tight, we knew what the width was there. Then we had to do some old-fashioned tape and tram from the front. And right now we are 1 millimeter difference for length from here all the way to the torsion bar cross member.
Oh yeah.
And the tape measure I was using at the front, we're out 1/8 of an inch, so that's 3 millimeters at the front of the rails to the torsion bar. So
super close. And what's the spec on, like, there's got to be some type of a spec for that?
In typical unibody world, which what this car is, it's plus or minus 3 millimeters. However, if no specs are to be known, you default to plus or minus 5.
Oh, so you're in the spec even?
We're plus or minus.
Oh, wow.
Like we're plus or minus 3 mils. That's what we're going with, and we're doing everything we can to make sure that
that's sweet.
That we're there, because you know we want to make sure that the foundation is right, because it's just going to magnify as it gets further on.
Yep, like anything, foundation's key.
So the next thing we did is we put the inner tub in, the outer tub in, and we did a test fit of the quarters. This quarter fits pretty good.
Yeah.
The other quarter we had a little bit of trouble with, and so yes, it throws the car later, but it also provides for good training opportunity.
Gotcha.
And so I was showing the students some comparison measurements, tram bar measurements, telling them what I was thinking, and then after a little bit they caught right onto it. They started measuring this car like you wouldn't believe.
Awesome.
And they found that door opening was 5 millimeters from the A-pillar to the rocker down, which was throwing that whole door opening into a like a diamond shape.
Gotcha.
So we're hoping, and we put a come along this way, and we're able to rinse it
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
So we've got the students put a quarter power
On that back corner.
from the lower quarter to the A pillar, push that back. So hopefully,
Yeah, that brings you back in.
yeah. So
Yeah.
what we're doing now, we had this all done. We had it all fitting.
Yep.
We took the quarters off. We took the outside tubs off, and we were actually able to squeeze type these braces in.
Oh yeah.
So the floor is now part of the car by these welds.
Yeah.
And these welds up here. And in the original video, these were pulled from the collision.
Yeah.
They're nice and flat now.
Yeah.
This brace was actually that one that we showed this one in the previous video. It's not welded in.
Yeah.
But it was kinked.
Yes.
It was folded over. That's all straightened out.
Awesome.
I have to separate the welds. Students finished it up. They welded it back in.
Yeah.
So right now where we're sitting is we've got the outer tubs back in. They're clamped in place. All the holes are lined up.
Right. That was something I never knew. So I learned that too. Yeah, that's your alignment holes.
That's my alignment holes. And truth be told, this is the first car I've ever done that all those lined up. Wow. When I put the quarter panels on, I got to make them fit the quarter panels.
Yep.
So this is where I usually lose it. But right now,
you said the side was good.
We had these quarters on and they were lined up. So we're hoping that they still line up. So they're lined up here, inside here, and in the front.
Yeah, which is awesome.
We're going to put the quarter panels on again.
Yeah.
And if everything lines up, you can see that this is just...
Yeah, it fits just beautiful. So yeah, the squeeze type.
All squeeze type. We're, again, trying to do it all that we possibly can. We can squeeze type all of this in.
Yeah.
Once those tubs are in, all this new stuff is now solid with the car.
Yeah, right.
What's next?
You read my mind.
We are replacing, from the collision damage and for rust, we are replacing these rails.
Right, yep. There they are.
We got a set of used rails.
Yeah,
overall, they're pretty darn good shape. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to take the hat and I believe the suspension out of this one.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
It's rotten in there and rotten there. But the hat and this part of the suspension is good here.
Okay,
so
which is,
we're going to make one out of two. We got to put these rails in place.
Yeah.
New aprons are coming.
Right, yeah.
Hopefully they show up soon.
Yeah.
But once these rails go in, we can start putting rockers, floor pan, outer rockers, and quarter panels, and then we're just down in front of the car.
Right. So you're really, it's from where you were to where you are. I mean, it's leaps and bounds. And when the front aprons show up and these are in, then it's just like get at her type thing. Yeah, which is cool.
So almost all the patching is done.
Yeah.
We're just now it's getting right back into a basically simulated collision.
Gotcha. So cool.
That's where we're at.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna walk around the other side so everybody can have a look at this from the other side. But yeah, we used to have Bluetooth sheath metal in the back in that last video. I mean, there was nothing there. For me, again, same thing. I just do not comprehend all of I can't imagine the hours of measuring even just to make sure that the car is square before you go ahead and weld it together. I mean, that's a big deal.
When it's all apart, it's very easy to move.
Right.
So we want to make sure it's square before we lock it in
place. You lock it into place, then it's a lot more of a task. Yeah.
But again, everything is just fitting.
Yeah, beautifully.
So nice.
Yep.
This fits like as soon as we get that in place.
Yeah.
And actually clamp it nice and tight. It fits nice.
Awesome. Cool. Well, you know what? Yeah, everybody just keep following along on this build. I think, again, I'm super intrigued. I come by probably, realistically daily just to see what's going on over here because I love seeing it. I have no clue how to do it, but I definitely enjoy the process of it. So anyway, like always, thanks, Scott.
No problem.
All of us following along through this. If you have any questions, I think I've said this on other videos. Have questions about this build, by all means, throw comments on the video. I'm not answering it, so you're getting it from Scott. You're going to get valid information. I don't answer anything that I cannot, but if you have something specific about what they're doing here, by all means, I'll make sure that Scott gets the message and he can answer you correctly. But anyway, thanks again, ABT here at Sask Polytech, main campus, Saskatoon. Stay tuned for more good stuff. Bye for now.